Good wonderful morning, United States. Good wonderful evening, Singapore and China. Good afternoon, Germany. Welcome to Fashion Business Mastermind Q&A, your weekly board meeting where you ask important questions and get answers that help you to move the needle in your business. I'm Julia Antofia, fashion inventor and manufacturer, 15 years in business and your mentor on this wonderful journey. Stay tuned until the end of the Q&A and make sure to follow us, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to join the 14 days free trial in Fashion Business Mastermind in order to start building a successful fashion business, or in order to streamline your existing business that gives you a lot of headache right now. Chantel, welcome to the Q&A. Very good to see you here in this wonderful morning. We have a lot of questions today, and questions are still coming in as I'm speaking right now. And this is a very good sign. When you have good questions, when you have right questions, it means that you are moving in your business. And I, as your mentor, am very, very happy to receive all your questions, to answer them, and to see you grow. So if you have not submitted your questions for the Q&A today, please write them in the comments. And if you are watching this video in replay, please comment on the video that you are watching and ask your questions. The most important thing is to ask questions and get answers. And what I see with fashion entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs in general, that for a long time, they spend time running around trying to address all the fires, all the sudden fires in their business, instead of standing still for a second, thinking of what questions do they really have, formulating those questions and asking them. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1, Erica is asking, how do I make a website? There are several steps for creation of a website. In the first place, you need to decide what platform are you going to use to create your website. You have two large choices. Choice number 1 is to launch your website on an existent marketplace. And choice number 2 is to build a standalone website that is not on an existent marketplace. Two largest marketplaces available right now are Amazon and Etsy. And mostly used platforms to build a standalone e-commerce site are Shopify, WordPress, Wix, and Squarespace, with Shopify being the best one as far as my professional experience goes. It is best integrated in all the applications and in all social media, and performs the best in comparison to all others. The question is, which one to take? So you are starting out. Which one do you take? Are you going to a marketplace, as Amazon or Etsy, or are you going to open your own? At the end of the day, you can open both. But in the very beginning, you want to focus on one. I would not recommend to start two at the same time, because each of them is work, and you need to put this diligent work into the website to develop it. So choose one. And which one do you choose? It depends on how comfortable you are with marketing. If you do not have a lot of marketing knowledge and you do not know much about advertisement, leveraging the platform, the existing marketplace, is a good choice. You're going to Amazon and Etsy, and both are coming with a built-in traffic engine that is cost per click advertisement. You are basically opening your shop, and at a certain point in time, starting from the very beginning or after a taste phase, you can turn on the CPC, and the Etsy, the platform, will bring traffic to your site. On the other hand, if you feel comfortable about marketing and you feel comfortable about advertisement, you can open a standalone site on Shopify, but you need to know that at the moment that you open a Shopify site, you are the traffic boss, so to speak, and you need to make sure that your marketing efforts bring unique visitors to your website. So this responsibility will be there. At the moment that you've chosen what to do, where to go on the existing platform, sales platform, or to build a standalone site, this is where you go and purchase your custom domain from a domain registrar, like, for example, GoDaddy. And after that, you set up your website, add content to it, test the website, and launch. If you need help setting up a Shopify website, contact me at support@quantumfactory.net. The link is in the description to this video, and our team will help you to set up a Shopify website that has all important components needed for optimal website performance for a physical product, for a physical fashion product. Question number 2, Erica is asking, how do I get more customers for my fashion product? There is a very good book that I recommend you to read. It's called Traction, and it's written by Gabrielle Weinberg and Justin Mayers. And this book basically organizes all the ways you can get more customers into 19 different channels. So they list 19 different channels. I have changed this list slightly. I've removed one and added another channel to it to customize it to the fashion market. But I would recommend to everybody to read this book, Traction by Gabrielle Weinberg and Justin Mayer. So I will list all these channels, and I will start with the channels that work the best for our company. The process that you follow with all these channels is you learn about all these channels, you select several channels that apply to you or that you think would work best for your company. And you test these channels few at a time or one at a time, depending on your budget and amount of people working for you. If you are a single person doing everything in your business, you may test those channels one by one. If you have an assistant or you have already people on your team, then you can test 2, 3 channels at the same time. If you have budgets to outsource testing of several channels, you can do that as well. So, but the thing is, it's not like there is no perfect channel for your business. There is a list of channels. You can basically build your business using any of them. So if you put work into any of these channels, it will work. You just need to see what affinity with which channel do you have, which channel is the easiest for you to serve, and which channel brings you in the first place the best results, which channel is the most interesting for you in terms of cost per acquisition. So a channel that gives you the lowest cost of acquisition and the best scalability is the best channel. So let's go into those sales channels, and then you will need to pick one, 2, and start testing them. So the first one that I would love to mention is viral marketing. So you basically can create more clients for your fashion business with viral marketing. Viral marketing strategy means growing your customer base by encouraging your customers to bring in new customers. And this strategy is my favorite one for building of our email list. We're using viral sweepstakes to build a waiting list prior to product launch or to launch a product. People who join the sweepstakes bring in friends, and the list grows very fast, way much faster than anything else. We are running a sweepstakes right now for one of our partners. Our partner is in quilting business, and we currently have 642 subscribers in short 2 weeks time, with the current cost per lead, per email being 7 cents, $7. And this is insane because normally you start with $2.5 per email when you grow your list, and it goes up depending on what channel you use and what setup you use, whether you have a marketing agency that runs your ad or you run your ad yourself. So normally we would pay anything between $2.5 per lead to up to $6 per email. But here we have 7 cents per email, which is insane. So the viral way of building your list is actually my favorite one because it's so much fun to see the list growing, and those are fun people joining the list, and it's very much targeted. If you want to have such a viral campaign up and running for your brand, I will help you setting up this campaign for free. I have 3 spots left for this service. So what you have to do is you have to claim your spot by following the steps that are listed in the description to this video. So there are several steps. You follow these steps, and this is how you claim this spot. Once you've done all these steps, I'm going to set up your campaign for free. You will see how it is set up. You'll learn it for life. Channel number 2 is email marketing. It doesn't matter what channels, what all of those channels you will choose. The email marketing is a strategy that you have to follow. You cannot skip this strategy. Why not? Because email marketing is the point where you start owning your traffic. Everything else, unless you have a means to contact the person personally, directly, this traffic does not really belong to you. If you have a Facebook group, for example, and you have 10,000 people in your Facebook group, tomorrow Facebook decides to close your group, you don't have these people anymore. On the top of that, if Facebook does not decide to close your group and you are writing a post in your group, even if you use this stupid tag where you tag everyone, most people will not read it. And if you do not tag everyone in the post, then most people will not see it. So deliverability of posts in the groups in Facebook is low at this point in time. It means that what do you want? You want to be able to contact this person directly. At least what you want to be able to is to email the person. So all clients, all prospects, everybody who's interested in your product, the whole audience of yours, in the best case scenario, you have the emails of these people. So the email marketing strategy has to be there. You cannot skip it. It does not work without it. So once you have the email list, you're able to contact these people at a very low price point. Instead of paying for the ads, for retargeting ads and communicating to the audience you already acquired by paying someone else, a third party, you have the emails and you are sending them out. Of course, you are paying for your autoresponder, but virtually in comparison to all other marketing strategies, this is the most cost-effective one and very powerful. Number 3 is content marketing. It means building your audience by creating content on a blog, on a YouTube channel, on Instagram, on TikTok, or any other social media. This is a fantastic strategy because I love the strategy because I'm a writer. I love writing. I love blogging. And as a fashion brand owner, even though you may not like writing much, but it benefits you a lot. So at the moment that you start journaling as a fashion brand owner, you will be creating a lot of stories for your brand that can be turned into the content for your social media and will allow your audience to get to know you on a personal level. And this is your great advantage in comparison to large companies who really do not have a persona in front of them. They cannot really generate the content in the way you can. They cannot generate the bond between them and their clients in the way that you can because they are not one single person anymore and you are still in front of your brand. So in the very beginning of building your brand, it is extremely advantageous to build the relationship, direct relationship between you and your clients. And how do you do that? Well, in the first place, they need to like you. There is nothing goes if they do not like you. And how do we start liking people? Actually, by knowing something about them and finding similarities between us and them. So how do we find those similarities? Only if we read or hear or watch a story about this person. And what is a story? This is a content marketing. So the easiest thing for you to do right now would be to start your own journal, to journal every day on what is going on in your personal life, in your business life, everything. And start blogging about it on any of these media. Either you start a blog or you start a YouTube channel, which is much more powerful, of course, than a blog at this point in time. Or you do your channel on TikTok, etc. So this is content marketing. It is a strategy that I would say you have to follow, but you can make a decision and test it out in any way. If you do not do content marketing, you will still need to generate content for the presentation of your brand, etc. So there is a lot of synergies here between journaling and creating content for your brand. This is why I would say start a journal, and this will be the core of your content marketing. Channel number 4, social and display ads. Those are the ads that you pay for on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and any other place online. We make use of this channel. It works very well, so most likely you will do it as well. Which channel you're going to use, you will need to test them one by one. You will need to test TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and see what works for you. We have tested several of them and picked one that works best for us. Channel number 5 is community building. The community building means building a community around your product. This is also something that I suggest everybody does. All people becoming your followers, coming into your circle, into your brand circle, they should feel a connection to you, to your brand, and they should feel to be a part of an organization there. So this is the community building, creating a feeling and experience for all your followers and clients, creating the sense of belonging. If you can pull that off, then you have partners purchasing from you and not merely customers. Then you have supporters, ambassadors purchasing from you. And, well, you understand the difference between those, right? As simple customer or ambassador. So this is a community building. In order to roll out any of these strategies, you will need to learn more about them. So you'll need to educate yourself. Channel number 6 is search engine optimization. This is a strategy that allows you to get your page ranked higher in search results. This strategy makes a lot of sense. It is a tedious one, but a good thing about it is that you can totally outsource it. The earlier you do it, the earlier do you reap the rewards, because once your search results are ranked higher in Google on the first page of a search engine, this is when you start getting a lot of free traffic. Channel number 7 is business development. Business development is a strategy where you create strategic partnerships with people and companies that serve the very same target group. For example, if your product is a fitness bra, you could form strategic partnerships with gyms, websites that help people track their macros and exercise, and any other player who serves people in fitness markets. They could become your strategic partners. This strategy can blow up your business because in a second you get access to customers of other established companies that are non-competitive to you. In order to set up this partnership, you need to do your legwork first. You need to have a product that sells. You need to have sales. You need to have followers. You have to be able to present a case to these partners. In very rare cases, would they take a newbie who didn't sell anything as a partner, because it does not make any sense. Those people are very busy. They have a lot of decisions to make on a daily basis, and they only want to work with partners where there is really a room for synergy and a lot of profit. So it means that you will need to prepare for the business development strategy, but it is a very important one, and be quick with it. After you've done, like I would say, 50 to 150 sales of your product, start building cases, start searching for companies, start talking to them, and if they say no to you, then you ask, what do you have to do? What do you have to achieve so that they say yes? And then you have a target, and you go towards this target, and then you close these partnerships one after another. Strategy number 8 is a wholesale strategy. It is a very important strategy for a fashion brand owner, something that you have to choose for. I love this strategy because it gives you the order volume. It gives you good manufacturing prices. At the moment when you start, your sales volumes are very low. Your manufacturing costs are very high. Either you are sourcing something that is white label, that is everybody else can get access to, or you're manufacturing your own product with a company like ours, like Quantum Factory. If you are running a bulk of about 250 units, the price is higher than it would be if you would run a quantity of 5,000 units, 10,000 units. And at the moment that you have a product here, look, we are talking about product owners. So I'm not really talking here about fashion brand owners who have collection business, because this collection business, I do not even see any one single chance to succeed for an independent designer with this business. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a fashion product owner or a fashion designer who has taken one product out of her portfolio, the bestseller, and is focusing on this bestseller and then selling this bestseller to her clients and then building up relationships with wholesalers for this one bestseller. You can have a very narrow portfolio, a small portfolio of products, like probably 5 to 6 products, but those are like everlasting, long-living products. It's not a product that you design every season. So at the moment that you are having wholesale contracts, this is the moment where your order volumes go up and your price per unit goes down, your cost of production landed goes down, and you can do a healthy pricing of cost of production landed times 5 or even higher. In the wholesale strategy, you work with wholesalers and retailers and leverage their distribution network. This is a very strong strategy for a fashion product owner. I suggest starting early. It takes time to learn and build it up, and eventually will cause a massive breakthrough for your brand. The sales strategy number 9 is leveraging existent platforms. We have already mentioned it in the previous question. It is basically selling your products on an established platform like Amazon or Etsy. It can be one of the strategies that you follow. In the very beginning, I have recommended to have only one website, either on the platform, on the sales platform, or a standalone website. But imagine that you are going for a standalone website. Later down the road, you can also test Amazon and Etsy, both of those marketplaces, for what potential does it have for you to increase your sales, to bring more clients to you. Sales strategy number 10 would be affiliate program. Very strong strategy as well. Having a strong affiliate program will help you to exponentially grow your sales. Each and every strategy here involves work. So you will be testing few at a time or one at a time. And you will need to really sit down and see what is the easiest for you to do, or what can you outsource? What is the easiest for you to outsource if you have outsourcing budget? The strategy number 11 is targeting blogs. This is an interesting strategy, and some companies have succeeded with that. You basically contact existent blogs that serve the very same target audience that you serve, and you publish guest posts about yourself, about your product on these blogs. This strategy can generate a lot of clients for you if you seriously pursue this strategy. So it's a very good strategy as well. Then we have the strategy number 12. It is publicity. Getting your name out there using traditional media, magazines, newspapers, radio, and TV. While going on national media as a new creator may generate a very high demand that you are not able to fulfill, never underestimate the power of your local media. I'd suggest to acquire local publicity first. And this is actually a no-brainer. At the moment that you go and investigate prices for national media or local media, you will see that local media is way much more affordable. It is also a place where you are known more or less, so the word of mouth can spread faster. If you would love to start with the publicity, start with the local publicity first. Advantage of this channel is tremendous social proof. In order for your clients to buy from you, the first thing they have to do is to like you, then they have to trust you. So they can like you but not trust you, and then they will not buy. How do you create trust? You create trust by social proof, by authority and social proof. How do you create social proof? Well, you get local publicity. At the moment that your story is published in a local magazine, or you had a radio translation about your brand, or you were on local TV, at the moment that you have footage or the screenshot or the picture of the magazine where your story is published, at the moment that you show it to people, you generate social proof and you generate trust. Why? Because at this point in time, people still believe our mass media. So they see someone in the newspaper and they instantly believe that this person is more trustworthy than the one who is not in the newspaper. We still have it in our society, and you can work with that. At the moment that you pay for a publicity, and you receive footage of this publicity or a picture of the newspaper. At this moment, you also receive your marketing materials that you can use for social proof. And this is a huge advantage of publicity strategy. Strategy number 13 is search engine marketing strategy. You basically pay the search engines for running your ads. At the moment that people are searching for something, for the keyword that you are paying for, your site is put on the top of the search results. This is search engine marketing. This is on the bottom of my list because it is very expensive. Strategy number 14 is offline ads. It's not that expensive, but it is on the bottom of my list because I know the least about it. So those are billboards, infomercials, newspapers and magazine ads, as well as flyers and other local advertisements, ads in movie theaters as well. A couple of weeks ago, we went to watch Avatar, the premiere in Germany. This is when I figured out that if I would love to advertise in a German theater, I would pay something between 6 to probably 20 euro for one-time presentation, and it is not that expensive. I thought it would be way much more expensive to run ads like that. So offline ads, they are not that expensive if they are local. It may be advantages for you to use it as well, but you need to see. Again, you need to evaluate it all, this, decide what you're going to focus on, and test them one by one. Strategy number 15 is engineering as marketing. This is a fantastic one. Imagine that you are selling quilting supplies and you pay a contractor to develop a small website widget that helps quilters to upload pictures of all the fabrics that they have right now at their disposal at home, that they have in their inventory. And then this widget automatically creates all different options of quilts for different sizes that they want, that they can create. And the creator, the quilter, can select one that they love the most. So imagine that you create a widget like that. You could distribute this widget to all quilting websites, to all sewing websites, to all websites that are DIY websites. You could give it to these sites, to the owners of the sites, to place on their site, to give it away for free to their clients. And this is how you are going to get new prospects from all these websites you have distributed this cool widget to. So this is engineering as marketing. If you have a great idea for a little widget that you can pay a few $100 for developing, then consider it. I am not saying do it. Consider it as a valid strategy that you can roll out. And I would encourage everybody, come up with an idea like that. Look at your business and come up with an idea like that. The next one, the sales channel number 6, would be trade shows. So those are physical trade shows. This is absolutely not my favorite. I've never seen a good return on investment on a trade show, but if you follow this strategy, do your due diligence on return on investment, because physical shows are pricey, and make sure that it is money well spent. It is extremely important. Okay, so we are going to the next sales channel. It is channel 17, offline events. Running an own offline event or sponsoring an offline event. This is a strategy. It can be an interesting strategy if you can come up with a nice event concept. And the 18th strategy that I want to mention here is speaking engagements. It would be an unusual strategy for a fashion brand, but not an impossible one, and I expect results to be very good. The speaking engagement strategy is certainly very good for a fashion inventor, for a fashion product owner. And here you would say, well, you know what? I'm selling fashion. What am I going to talk about? And here is my answer, my love. You are not selling fashion. You are selling transformation. And what you're going to talk about during this speaking engagement is the transformation that your fashion brand creates for her clients, and generally speaking, the ways on how your client can achieve this transformation with or without your fashion brand. So this is the content for your content creation, the strategy on the top, and this is the content for your speaking engagements. And imagine that you are standing there in front of 5,000 people and you are talking them about the steps they can take to achieve a transformation. And as a side note, they get to know that you have this wonderful product that is basically designed to transform people's lives. What are they going to do? All the 5,000 of them. Yeah, this is what they're going to do. We are through the question about the sales channel. Pick one, test it. Does it work? Scale it. Pick second, test it. Does it work? Scale it. Question number 3, Ellen is asking, is there really one way to start a clothing brand, or are there innovative models? Very good question. There is a traditional way to start a clothing brand. 2 seasonal collections, 120 new products per collection. This strategy is the one you learn at school as a fashion designer. This strategy does not work for a small creator. This strategy does not work for an independent fashion designer. There are multiple reasons for that, but at the end of the day, it all boils down to the lack of capital. I'm not talking here, I'm not even mentioning the ability of a designer to run a business. You have to be wired for that. It's not like you are born with it. You can develop it. But it requires certain skills to keep on going. You have to keep on going. You have to keep your emotions in check. You have to get up and keep on going. You have to be able to handle a lot of rejections, a lot of adversity, but still keep believing in yourself, in your brand, and keep on going. Because those are the people who survive past the year number 1. Those who can keep on going. So I'm not even talking about that. Let's imagine that everyone who starts a fashion brand has these qualities, is wired for being an entrepreneur, is an adventurer, right? Still, without a capital, launching a traditional fashion brand with 2 collections per year, 120 new products per collection, does not work. You have to have, you have to be backed up by investors who believe in you. You have to be able to hire very professional team who is going to help you in your team. So you have to have, you'll be the designer there, but you have to have all those people on board who are going to set up your distribution channels, to do your PR, to do your marketing. It is pricey and it is impossible to do for an independent designer by themselves. And it is, in the first place, it costs. So you have to have this investment. If you do not have this investment, what are we talking about? We are talking about $2 million for the first 2 years. And then keep them coming. I mean, you will have the revenues, you will have the turnover and stuff, but keeping them coming. So have the financial backup. So it's a serious thing. In order to set up a business like Alexander McQueen, in order to set up a business like Chanel right now, you have to have this financial backup. If you want to launch with it, if you want to start with those 240 products a year and this fashion weeks twice a year in different countries, you have to have a big investment. So it does not mean that you cannot build up such a brand, but you cannot start with it. What you can start with, and what works very well, is to become a fashion inventor and invent one single product and launch with this one single product. Grow your business with this one single product in different variations. At the moment that you are selling about 25 units of this product on average per month, you can consider adding a second product. And at the moment that you have enough revenue, so you're beyond 7 figures already on your revenue and you are profitable, at this moment you can consider to venture into the collection business if you want to reinvest your profits into the collection business. It would be still the last thing I would think about, but you could. But you have to start with one product and grow your brand with one product. Same as Diane van Furstenberg. It is a house with a lot of fashion products, but what the brand was grown upon is the Diane van Furstenberg red dress. This is her first invention, the first product. There's more than 40 years in the market right now, and this is the product that is still running. She's still selling it. She sells it every year. It's just going, this one product, and this is what she started with, and this product helped her to grow her brand. So everything else is built on the top of this product. And in all difficult times, this product helped the brand. I think you understand what I mean right now, right? So we've spoken about the traditional way, and we've spoken about this non-traditional way of starting with one product. And this one more thing that I want to add is that now, right now, at the place where our world is right now, the world does not need creators who create massive amounts of the same. So all these collections, all these things, gazillions of them. The world needs creators who create transformational products that really help people to go from a place where they are right now to the place where they want to be, albeit physically, albeit emotionally. And those products are not collections of 240 new products per year. Those are fashion inventions that change the world. And the world is longing for it right now. Question number 4, Elena is asking, what about community-based design or something more personal? Community-based design is a great concept. I'm in love with it. We teach our clients to run a creative membership program where all members purchase a new product every so often on autopilot, and as a reward, they become a co-creator. All creative members are invited to submit their product design. The audience of the brand votes for these designs. The design that wins is being produced, and the creator earns royalties. This is how we teach and use community-based design. Question number 5. Elena is asking, if I start a clothing brand, can I keep up? If you become a fashion inventor, invent one fashion product and run one product fashion brand, you will be able to keep up provided you really want it. Being an entrepreneur is a lot of work. You have to have a burning desire. If you start a traditional collections business without strong financial partners who want to invest in you, you will not be able to keep up. This is our experience from 15 years manufacturing for independent fashion designs. Question number 6. If I start a clothing brand, do I want to do this all the time? A very good question. Most entrepreneurs do not want to do their business for their whole life. Every company should be set up with an exit strategy. Let's say you grow it to a certain size and then you sell. Not every company is sellable though. One product fashion brands launched by fashion inventors are very sellable because they are very understandable to investors. Most of the time when product takes off, you start receiving inquiries from different institutions and brands to purchase your brand. This is a common thing. If you have a collection business, then it is very difficult to sell. It is not very much understandable to investors. The one product business is very understandable to investors and is very much sellable. If you want to start inventing your core fashion product, join my sweepstake. The link is in the description to this video, and win 14 days free trial in Fashion Business Mastermind. Start developing your iconic fashion product, your driver, your fashion invention today. Question number 7. Elena is asking, am I more suited to art fashion exhibits? If you are an artist creating unique products, here is the strategy I would recommend you to follow. Number 1, invent one core fashion product and generate your revenue by selling this product. So this is your core. Number 2, create artwork at your own pace, join art exhibits with these creations, and use your content generated during creation of your art and during exposure, during those expositions, to advertise for your brand and for your core product. The core product is your driver, is the one generating the revenues, and everything else, all your art products, are the entourage that capturing attention and bringing unique visitors to your brand. Also creating authority and social proof. Question number 9, Chantel is asking, what are ways to get customers without discounting? Why do customers purchase your product without asking for discount? 2 reasons. 1, because your offer is amazing and they cannot get it elsewhere. And 2, they feel a strong bond with you and want to support you and your cause. So in order to be able to sell your product without discounting, you have to create an offer and a product that amazing that people want it and cannot get it elsewhere. And you have to build a community around your brand so that the people feel a bond to you and your brand and want to support you and your cause. Question number 10. Chantel is asking, how often would you have exclusive fashion brand events? If running live events is your sales strategy, you should run them as often as it is profitable. The purpose of an event is either nurturing or sales or both. Pure nurturing events are common for A brands with a very high ticket. Let's say an A brand VIP client, and what is an A brand? Chanel, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Louis Vuitton. A VIP client of an A brand can spend anything between $50,000 to $70,000 in one shopping day. So this is a high ticket. It means that it is very lucrative for an A brand to have pure nurturing events when they are purely pampering their VIPs, when they do not have any immediate revenue from this event, because the revenue already happened in the past or will happen in the future. They simply know what is the lifetime value of their client. And it is that high that they can organize purely nurturing events. For a brand with $100 product, if your product goes for $100 or around it, it is not a high-ticket product. A nurturing event could be a sales event at the same time. So you will be combining nurturing and sales together. And you want to generate sales during the event or immediately after the event. So this would be your setup. And If you see that events that you are organizing are profitable, that you are generating sales during the event, or that you immediately after the sales are generated immediately after the event, well, I still, for brands with $100 ticket with $100 product, I would recommend to generate sales during the event. There are several strategies how you can generate sales during the event, but profitability of the event is the key for you to decide how often will you do it. And generally speaking, I would not do non-profitable events at all. Question 11. Chantel is asking, how do you decide which customer to invite to a fashion brand event? Since your product is around $100, your events will be nurturing and sales events at the same time. In the beginning, you invite all existent and potential clients. The goal of your event would be to nurture your audience, create likability and trust for your brand, get your existing clients into a creative membership on the spot, get those attendees who are not your clients yet into the creative membership as well, and simply sell your products during the events to those who are not ready to become a creative member yet. Question number 12. Jackie is asking, how do you price subscription quilting boxes? Your target price for a physical product is COPL times 5, cost of production landed times 5. So whatever the product costs to you, including delivery to your distribution center, which can be your house, or a real distribution center, I hope, this amount times 5. Well, the challenge is that it's not always possible because there is only a certain amount your clients are willing to pay for products. Imagine that your client wants to pay $50 for a quilting box and not more. So this is a common price and you want to offer it at $50 to your clients. If you're going to source in the local market, your purchase price for your product will be comparatively high, so you will not be able to run a COPL times 5. So what would be the key here for decision making? The key would be that the minimum that you can accept is COPL times 2. When you just start out, you have a product here, and you want to sell it to your clients. You have to take the cost of production landed and multiply it by 2. So if you cannot multiply it by 2 because your clients do not want to buy it for this price, you need to go and talk to your supplier and tell them you absolutely need a lower price so that you can multiply by 2. You do not agree to anything else. And you find a supplier who agrees. So now you have the times 2 price. But it still does not work for business. It works for starting out. Like when you just start out, you're selling a couple of boxes, it's all fine. But at a certain point in time, it's not enough. So, and this certain point in time comes very fast. While having the times 2 price, or at least the cost is high that you only can apply times 2 price, you are looking for a solution to decrease your cost price of the product so that you can do the COPL times 3. Or you instantly go and look at possibilities of offshore manufacturing of your product and aim for COPL that can be multiplied with 5 and give you the $50 price. Let me give you an example now with real numbers. Let's say your client wants to pay $50 for a box and absolutely are not willing to pay more. So you have $50 here. The maximum price that you accept as a cost price of your box in the local market, and this is a cost price landed, so it means including shipment to your place, to the place of fulfillment. So this price would be $25. So you take you pay $25 for your product, times 2, you charge your client $50. This is not enough to run a business. You have no margin for partners. You have no margin for advertisement. You can start with that. I mean, in the very beginning, it's fine. Now, you want to go back to your supplier and talk to them that you absolutely need $16 per box because you have to have it times 3. So $50 divided by 3, it's about around 60 something. So you want that. And you try to persuade your supplier to give you this price, your local supplier. So your pricing is calculated COPL times 3. Again, these $16 are including delivery to your fulfillment place. And then, meanwhile, while you are selling it at COPL times 3, you are looking for offshore solution that can give you COPL times 5. So you need to have a product at $10 per box, including delivery to your distribution center, after taxes, after everything. So cost of production landed. Product there in your local DC, you want to have this price at $10. And in order to achieve these $10, you have to go offshore. This is my take on it, because it's quite difficult to get this pricing locally, simply. But again, the thing is as follows. It all depends on your order volumes as well. So you're fulfilling your orders with the COPL times 3 for as long as you, like at a certain point in time, you see, okay, you have enough order volumes to go for an offshore order and get a better price. Question number 13, Tammy is asking, how do you run a membership art contest with only few members? You run a creative membership contest with few members the same way you would run it with a lot of members. So the way is the same. We are running it via the viral tool we use for our campaigns called UpViral. UpViral multiplies your few members into an army of voters and participants. So this is a very good tool to run any voting. How do you run it? Step 1, announce your creative membership campaign via email to members with instructions on how to submit their work to you. For example, by Google Forms, and in which format to submit their work to you. They have 14 days time to submit. This is step number 1. Step number 2, announce your creative membership campaign via email and social media to non-members with instructions how to become a creative member and on how to submit their work to you, for example, via Google Forms, and in which format to submit their work to you. Same here, they have 14 days to join and submit. Step number 3, you have 3 updates per week via email and social media on the status of the project. How many entries did you receive? How many new members do you have? How excited you are about announcing the result very soon? What do people think who will win? So all these engagements and stuff. Step number 4, final 3 days before closure, you have daily reminders to all the members to submit. Step number 5, you set up a viral voting campaign in our viral software. Step number 6, you send out a viral voting campaign by email and publish it on social media. You send daily reminders and voting takes place in 7 days. So they can vote for 7 days and the results will be announced 7 days later. Step 7, announcement winner with explanation what will happen next. Email to all participants who voted for the winning print to pre-order the product. This is step 7. Done. And then you fulfill, and then you fulfill. Question number 14, Cynthia is asking, how do you get customer to trust your brand with a higher priced item? Your customer does not buy a product. Your customer buys transformation your product brings to them. Here I have your products. It is a gold-plated silver necklace, 925 sterling silver, with a chubby bird charm on it. It's also sterling silver, 925, gold-plated with Swarovski eyes. I have paid, I think, $120 for the set, and it is a fair price for 925 sterling silver that is gold-plated, and this heavy bird, the bird is heavy. So why did I buy it? I bought it because I want to celebrate my family. And this little bird symbolizes a birth of a child that I want to have in my life. And this little bird symbolizes the birth of a child that I know has chosen me as its parent, but is not born yet. So what is it worth? for me to have a child in my life. I could say it is worth way much more than the $129 I paid for it. So I didn't buy a chubby bird from you. I didn't buy a charm necklace from you. I bought hope and support from you. I think that this is the best answer to your question. Question number 16. Chantel is asking, why are the silica gel packets included in the new clothing, shoes, etc.? The silica gel packets draw in moisture and allow your product to stay dry. So if you want to add additional protection to your product and keep it moisture free, you can add such a packet. Question number 17. Jackie is asking, is Flipboard a good place to advertise? Flipboard is certainly interesting to investigate as an advertisement option. It is a large platform with an engaged user base. It has a visually pleasing magazine-style content format that can make your ad stand out. Flipboard offers a variety of advertising options such as native ads, branded content, and sponsored stories. Ads can be targeted to specific audiences using demographic data, interests data, and customer behavior data. Flipboard's audience is mostly high-income, well-educated audience, hence you need to see whether your audience is present on Flipboard. It is also recommended to investigate whether your product or your service fits into the content of the platform. So I would say, Jackie, test it out. It is an interesting platform. Investigate it. If it does fit your audience, then test the advertising there and see what is the return on investment. If it is good, then you can keep it as your advertising channel. I think we're 90 minutes on the way, a lot of questions, so I want to stop here. All other questions will be answered during the next Q&A. Keep them coming. Post your questions under this video. DM me with your questions, and they shall be answered. If you absolutely need help in your fashion business, please grab the link under this video and join my sweepstake. Win a 14 days free trial in Fashion Business Mastermind and finally start building a successful fashion business or fix your current one. Thank you very much for being here with me during today's Q&A, your weekly board meeting. I'm looking forward to see your questions and to see you on Wednesday next week at 3 p.m. Berlin time here on TikTok. Where your passion? Julian Tufiu.